Hello. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
ma'am.
you're audible.
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello.
Ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah,
How
because
are
I am
you,
not
ma'am?
able to hear you. Hello.
I'm able to hear you. You're audible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in the previous session, we had seen the marketing and the selling. What is the difference between the marketing and the selling part? Now, moving ahead. Now, this part I will discuss later. Okay, coming on to the next part is the functions of marketing manager. Now here, marketing manager, the area is not only restricted with the pushing the goods into the market. Okay, it is much more than that. Otherwise, many of them, they feel that marketing activities, okay, they include basically marketing of goods like advertising or personal selling. That is what usually traditionally it is perceived by many of them, but that's not the case. Marketing manager has a very broader role, or you can say a vital role. It encompasses broader perspective. There are many areas of the marketing where a manager has to take a control, where he has to take the decision. Now here, if you see, there are certain points like marketing research. Now today it's an era of customer focused marketing where customer is the king. Now, when the customer is the king, so according to the needs of these customers, okay, the products are designed, customized, and offered, unless and until it is, technology based. But again, this technology, it's now the need of this technology is ultimately the comfort zone or ease in applications, basically. So here, what is the job of this marketing research department? That is collecting the data. Okay, collecting the data with reference to customer needs, the requirement of the customers, what exactly the customer seeks for when he's buying or purchasing the product. Now, how will these managers, they come to know about all these things? One thing is directly when they have their own employees, okay, they will reach the customers through their employees. That is one thing. Second thing is they reach through the intermediary channels, that is the retailers, the wholesalers, the distributors, the dealers. Okay, these sales personals, every now and then, maybe fortnightly, they are given the targets. They need to visit the regional areas. They need to visit the retail outlets, the dealers, the distributors. Okay, and it's a routine job. They get in touch with these people and try to extract the data. So here, the company wants to know through the intermediaries, maybe retailer, dealers, or the company sales personnel that what exactly is the market requirement. From that, they collect the pool of data. That is one thing. Second thing here is in case of collection of data, directly they reach the customers. Okay. Now, many of the companies, what they do, they just concentrate on few customers, those who are the regular buyers or purchasers of the particular product, and try to extract the information from these loyal customers regarding the satisfaction level, whether they feel that there is something missing in the product, whether they need something else to improve the services in case of service industry, how better can the goods be manufactured or offered to the customer, or how better the services can go for upgradation. That is what is the objective here. So this marketing research collects the data about all these aspects, or maybe in case of advertising also, which advertising appeals them, why did it appeal them. So here they try to understand the motive or the psychology of these customers. Now, once the data is collected, the researchers analyze it, edit it. Now, competitors is other aspect. From competitors also, this marketing research department collects a lot of information. That is, what is the pricing policies offered by the competitors, what are the products, upcoming products, or the potential products coming from the competitors introduced in the market. So for followers, it becomes very easy task to reach into the market, to enter into the market. So here, the marketing research department plays a very vital role as far as the innovations or product modification is considered. Now, this once the marketing research department receives the data and they analyze it. Once the department it analyzes it, then they think of maybe they go for product editing or directly for the new product development. Now here maybe they require the technical support of the personals. If it is a technology driven product, how technically sound a new product can be as the requirement of the customer or with reference to the competitor product. Okay, so here this marketing research is a information collecting agency on the behalf of the organization. So this is also one of the important tasks of the marketing manager. The next is sales forecasting. Now, as I rightly said that the sales personnel, they visit, okay, every fortnightly. Why they are visiting every fortnightly? Especially wherever the market is very competitive, we'll see the frequency of visits is more, because they need to understand how fast the products are moving in the market as far as their company's goods are considered. The quicker or more the sales figure, better is the position of the company, better are the orders placed. And based upon the previous orders, they go for the forecasting. Each and every salesperson from bottom to top report regarding the sales figure. Now the sales personnel, for the sales personnel, it is mandatory, or maybe it is required that every 3 months they give the report as far as their forecasting is considered. What would be the regional sales for the next 3 months? Each and every sales personnel reports to a manager. The manager in turns reports to a regional manager, the regional manager to his head, and the process continues. Okay. Now this sales forecasting helps the company in understanding the future trend or position of the company. Similarly, if suppose the products are moving slowly into the market, if the flow is slow, then the salesperson reports the manager regarding the stock is like that only, there is no new order. What is the reason? They try to find it out. Whether the competitor has given more credit period, whether they are offering more commissions. Okay. So here again, the sales forecasting becomes the function of the marketing manager. Next thing is marketing planning. Now here this marketing planning involves a broader area, right from product planning, the price planning, the distribution channel, the advertising part, that is the promotion, how the company is thinking of promoting the product. So each and everywhere there are mixes. Like if you think of promotion, whether to go for personal selling, whether to go for advertising, whether to go for direct marketing or publicity, which media would be more useful in terms of penetration into the market. So this is the part of marketing planning department. The next comes the product life cycle strategy. Now PLC we are going to see at the end of the session, product life cycle strategy. Now here just understand PLC is like the life cycle of the product, where at different stages the strategies are to be planned. They are to be changed according to the need and requirement of the market and the competitors or environmental conditions. Here again, you have a separate wing who takes care of this product life cycle strategy. Next is the brand management. Now here, slowly and steadily, when the goods or the services offered start penetrating into the market and more the customer gets satisfied, slowly and steadily, if they are satisfied, then there is penetration of the product. The quality matters for the customers and it develops into the brand. So the company emphasizes on this brand management through various options. Let's not go into the details now. Here, for the time being, you just understand that brand management is also a function of manager. Now coming to the new product development strategy, as I said that in marketing research, they take into consideration the feedback of the customers, and based upon this feedback, they try to edit the existing product or develop an overall new product. So here, at each and every stage of a new product development, a manager has to play a very key role. He has to keep a watch or eye on each and every product details here. What are the stages through which this product is moving ahead? Now here, if you see the steps, that is the idea generation. From the marketing research wing, they get the ideas. Whether the ideas can be implemented practically is a different aspect, but at least they get the ideas. Then there is idea screening step, the concept development, that is the converting the concept to the product, a marketing strategy, business analysis, product development stage, market testing. Before launching, there is market testing, then there is commercialization of the product. All these steps are involved in this new product development, and each and every unit is responsible for it. The distribution management deals with the channel management or distribution of the goods or the services among the customers. How to reach to the end customers? Now we have the place mix or the channel of communications. There are many channel of communications available. Now here, the manager has to take into consideration the pros and cons of all the available options, like whether to go for online retail marketing, whether to go for the traditional in-store marketing, or go for the brick and click model, whether to route the products through retailer, or there should be a wholesaler and a retailer. Okay, so here these decisions are taken with reference to the pros and cons. There are different strategies also here. Now, in case of promotional strategy, deals with promoting the product or pushing the product in the market. Now, as I said that the promotion mix includes a mix of maybe advertising strategy. If you take advertising, again, there is advertising mix included, like whether to go for print media, the television media, or any other means, digital media. If one is going for personal selling, then what are the promotional strategies used in personal selling, or we can say the sales promotion part. If one goes for personal selling, whether it is affordable for the company, for which type of product these are applicable, and what would be the budget. Budget is one of the important criteria as far as the designing of promotional strategy is considered. Now, last but not the least is the customer satisfaction. Ultimately, the marketing manager is also responsible for the customer satisfaction, because if the customer is satisfied, then only maybe he will purchase the product again by slowly and steadily becoming a loyal customer, or spreading the word of mouth of publicity, maybe through their reference group, the friends, families, etc. So here today, it has been a challenge for the marketing managers to be on toes to satisfy the customers. Today we see that we have many customer care departments, isn't it? Anywhere, if you see, you have the customer care departments. There is a toll-free number you can call. You can just register your complaints or address your queries. Why the companies are taking so much efforts? Now, this is outsourced business. Okay. Here, the outsourced business partner is given the responsibility, they take care of it, or the company may have their in-house customer care department to look after these queries of the customers. Now here, for many companies, it becomes mandatory or essential to solve the queries of the customers then and there itself, to retain the customers today in this competitive market. So these are the functions of marketing manager. Now here we move ahead with one more concept, that is new consumer capabilities. Now, as this, if you just go through this heading, it is new consumer, that is today's consumer capabilities. So what all the capabilities does this consumer they have? Increasing the buying power. Now today we say that customer is the king. That means they hold the buying power because there are also the suppliers. There are variety of goods available. Today, if we see, we have the local brands, the global brands. Very easily they are available in the market. So here, the buyer, he has to have a look at the variety of goods. There are many options available. The customer has the buying power in terms of maybe financial aspects, in terms of ready options available. Also, today, the customer is more well versed, or we can say is more knowledgeable as compared with the previous decade, where previously the company used to spread the word of mouth publicity or information. Today, the customer has become so quick in gaining the knowledge that just the customer browses. Okay, he gets the information. Here, the customer has become more clever today. The customer wants to check for the referrals. What are the reviews about the services or the products available? That's why we say they have more buying power. Today, they analyze one product with the other. They compare the prices, they compare the features, and then only they think of purchasing it. That's why it has increased the job of the marketers here to convince the customers about their products or the services which they render to the customers. Variety gives options for the customers. Because of competition, there are many manufacturers. everybody is struggling hard to gain the market share. Now, as far as awareness is considered, because of this internet availability, because of the ICT tools available and internet revolution, it has become very handy for anybody to just click and get the data within a fraction of seconds. So they are aware as far as most of the goods or services are considered. It is today's era is of information. The information is readily available. If you just give a call to customer care, you get the information from them also. There is convenience in placing the orders. Anybody can just have a online order booking, which is much more convenient. There is no need to physically visit the showroom to move from their place. Even the website like, Policy Bazaar, where you have a comparative analysis, even there is no much stress as far as the comparison is considered. Easily you get the comparative figures also. So it reduces the psychological stress of consumers as far as comparative analysis is considered. The figures are already there in front of them, which helps in placing the order very conveniently. The data, if you see many of the websites, they just give you the data. They give you the videos, the reviews for comparative analysis of goods or services available in the market. That's why we say today's consumer has more capabilities, which has challenged the marketers also. Now, like we have the consumer capabilities, we do also have company capabilities, new company capabilities. Now, because of this marketing research, okay, the companies try to find the gap in this need part or the want part. Wherever there is a gap, by analyzing the need, they try to fulfill the gap by offering the product through the marketing research part. So here, if genuinely the product appeals the customers, then only they will purchase it. Otherwise, it would be a wastage on the company's part. So the need should be genuinely traced by these companies, and then only the product should be offered here. The next thing is customization of products or offerings. In many of the companies, they go for customization. Specifically, this is possible in service sector. Okay, as far as the product is considered, line filling takes place. The line filling in the sense, maybe a customer is offered n number of products by the same brand, single company with a different brand, same company with a different brands. They are filling the gaps. They are trying to segment the customers. In case of services, the customization is possible because there are different packages available here. So today, if the customer says, no, I want the insurance, maybe I need this, okay, then fine, you will get it. If you consider tours and travels, the packages are available according to the customer's need. They are manipulated or edited by the company salesperson. Reach within no time. Now, because of the faster mode of communication, as well as the effective media, digital media, within no time, these companies reach the end customers. Now, it also improves the cost efficiency. Now, marketing on television and marketing through the social media, or we can say digital mode, is much better as compared to much better in terms of cost. Basically, we are speaking in monetary terms as compared to the television advertising or personal selling, where it involves more cost as compared to this digital mode. Digital mode is one of the cheap and as well as quickest mode to reach the end customers. There are many today social media networking websites where people are there, okay, and 24/7 they are available. Many of them, they are awake at night also. So the reach is conveniently done here in this case. Next thing is outsourcing. The companies directly outsource many of the activities. Like we have the suppliers, we have the customer care departments, we have the advertising agencies or the digital marketing agencies which take care of the portals, online portals. So companies stress on outside outsourcing also. Now the promotional tools, just now I discussed, like with reference to the internet, the mobile marketing, mobile apps are being developed, which again has opened up the new avenues for the marketing channels to reach to the end customers. So this is about the new company capabilities. Now here, there is a concept that is the marketing myopia. What do you mean by marketing myopia? Professor Theodore Levitt was the first to come up with this concept of marketing myopia. What exactly is it? Now, it is the failure or a very short-sightedness of the companies which stress on the features of the product or the service, ignoring the long-term aspects. Maybe the quality of the product is ignored, or exactly what is the need of the customer is not taken into account. It is not taken into consideration. Okay. So without any research, the product is introduced in the market. That is what is marketing myopia. Now here, what happens in this case, in this, while ignoring the long-term goals, okay, the companies just look at the profits. They try to concentrate on profit gaining part without looking into the customer relationship management, customer relationship aspect here. There is no competitive substitute for it. Now here the supply creates its own demand. That is, there is no genuine demand as such from the customers. But because the goods or the services are produced, they create their demand. Now in this era of digitization, or because of the consumer lifestyles, okay, many people start to think from the perspective of consumers to make their life more comfortable. They start moving ahead without taking the actual need of the customers into account. Now, why does the marketer think about this aspect? Now here the companies may think that there may be no more options or avenues. They would like to establish that brand. So they falsify themselves here, that the product is going to get sold in the market. They start believing that they are only the pioneer and they are only the leader. There are no substitutes for their product. So they don't think of reaction from the customers. So here they do not consider the requirements of the customer and introduce the product in the market. Now, whenever the substitute, the competitor enters with the substitute, immediately the customer will shift to this new competitor who has entered, and the customer is not retained, because as such the customer did not need this product. Okay, so here the failure is considered by these marketers in terms of understanding the consumer's lifestyle in this digital era. Now here, that's why the company should design the customer centric strategies. The customer's actual demands or their need should be emphasized. They should be considered by the marketers. Now, if you consider an example of Kodak, which was once upon a time the market leader. But what happened, for Kodak, they came up with the same type of cameras. But when the Sony brand, Sony company, okay, introduced the digital cameras in the market, it was a huge success. And the Kodaks, they started losing the market share to the Sony brand. Slowly and steadily, they went out of the market. Now, similarly, there is an example of BlackBerry also. BlackBerry phone started losing the market share when the smartphones were introduced in the market. So here, when one thinks of entering into the market, they should also think about the competitor strategy. Similarly, there was once upon a time where we had the Nokia's button pad phones, which were ranked top. But then, with the entry of the Samsung, they started capturing the market. So here, that's why a marketer or a competitor, they have to be on toes. So this is about the concept of marketing myopia, where the customer should not feel neglected. Their needs should not feel, they should not feel that their needs are neglected and there is nothing new for the companies to offer. It's the old same thing. There is no innovation in it. That's why every now and then the research and development wing is trying to come up with the new flanker products, coming up with the new something to be offered. They try to manipulate the contents, they try to change the packaging, the design of the product so that it maintains the aesthetic look or aesthetic value of that product. Now, any doubts up till here? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am. Have some doubt.
Yes.
Like, can you elaborate? Can you give me one more example about myopia?
Hello?
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, but the voice is a bit low. Yes.
Okay. Can you give me one example about myopia?
Marketing myopia. See now, listen, if I am under the, first understand, okay, I come up with certain product, okay, I enter into the market, the customer starts using it, but suddenly somebody else enters with the substitute product. Okay, so the customer prefers the substitute product more because it appeals them more. They shift there. Because here somewhere, because they did not have an option, that's why they were using it. Once they got some better option, they are going to shift. And nothing is left out for this manufacturer. So somewhere these customers, though they use the product, okay, they are not satisfied or happy. Somewhere they feel that they are not content. Whether you understood the basic
that
fundamental. Okay.
that means someone introduced a competing product with yourself. Like
Hello.
your product goes outdated,
See,
and someone introduce one new product which is
now listen.
uh,
Just Anurag,
yes, ma'am.
listen. First thing is, let me just have one example. Okay, maybe whether you have or any of the students have come across such type of experience where very enthusiastically you go into a showroom or any service industry, you are eager to purchase that. Okay, you purchase it, any service or any offering, and then you realize that it was not up to the mark. Whether such thing happens with us. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
It happens, no?
it happens. Yes.
A simple example maybe of a movie. Okay, you buy the movie ticket, there is a hype in the market, you went. Okay, you saw the movie. When you went, you were very much enthusiastic that it would be very good, and I'm going to go and tell that maybe I'm the first person, I'm the pioneer who enjoyed it. But when you come out, you are not that much happy. Somewhere you are disappointed because it did not meet your expectation levels which you had. So similarly, you think from the product point of perspective also. Maybe you have purchased something, you go there, you purchase the product, or maybe you visit a restaurant. Okay, very genuine example. You visit a restaurant, they have very good interior or decor, the physical facilities, the AC is there, the people are there, very polite. Everything is very nice. Okay, you order some food, okay, and you don't like it. What is that experience? Somewhere it does not meet your expectation. There is a gap. Okay, but you, whenever next time you enter, okay, any restaurant, and you order and you are satisfied, okay, your expectations are fulfilled here. You compare the previous experience with this and rate this at a better level as compared to the previous one, isn't it? So that is the concept of marketing myopia. So this marketing myopia should be avoided by the marketers. A customer should feel that it is worth paying and purchasing. That feeling should be there in the mind of the customers. That is what is expected here. Understood? Now
Yes,
in the market, now here this point is the supply creates its own demand. There are many products as such, they are not demanded by the customers, but the need is created one. If genuinely the customer feels that the need is satisfied, then it is fine. But if suppose the need is not that not satisfied up to that limit, okay, then there is some disappointment that this is something fake. Now here, to quote an example, I think in 90s, one company was there, I think multinationals, which had introduced magnetic beds. Okay. And the cost was very huge. 1 lakh, ranged from more than 1 lakh, I think. The magnetic beds. Okay. And marketing mantra was that for the people, those who have health problems. Okay. So if they use it, it will be more comforting for them. Okay. So the company marketed it. I don't recollect the name of it. But when this product was pushed, people purchased it. There is a segment and the people they purchase, but afterwards they started feeling that it's not worth that much. Nowhere they could feel that whatever they had promised, the company had promised, they kept their promise. So such things they do happen, isn't it? So that is what is marketing myopia. Now, any other doubt here?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask, like, as we all know, in today's world, the digital marketing is growing so rapidly.
Yes.
So, like, this digital marketing is, what do you think? Like, this is reducing the importance of our conventional marketing, which people used to use earlier.
I don't think so. Otherwise, whether you
Like-
have visited Lakshmi Road,
Yes, ma'am.
what is the scene there? The simple question, just day-to-day routine.
But ma'am, like, if someone has to start his new business, so
Okay.
what type of marketing should he go for?
You should go for the brick and click model, which many of the, if you see today, many of the startup firms, they are using the mix of both of it. That is brick and click. They have the retail store also, outlet also, and online also they are doing the business. With the help of today, we have a lot of intermediaries. I had given you an example of an app like Bunzo or maybe Zomato.
Yes, ma'am.
So this can be used. Now it depends upon the category of the product. Okay. Okay. Any other doubt?
Like, what will be our first move? We have just started, like just just take an example. Like, we have just started our business, and right now we need to market it. So, what will be our first move? Just we should go for digital marketing, or go for a local marketing, or just go for a marketing which everyone is using.
Now see here, Anurag, it depends upon the product category and the target segment. If your product is, now give me an example of any offering or the product or a service.
Ma'am, let's say it's product-based business, not
Yeah,
service.
but what type of? Is it grocery? Is it
Let's say it
clothing?
is
Is it
food
yes.
product.
Is it food products? Okay, which type of food product now?
Let's say it's oil.
Okay, if you take oil,
Yes.
now oil is consumed by the households. Okay,
Yes.
so what is the penetration of online or digital marketing as far as now, who takes a decision as far as the consumption of oil is considered basically? What is your perception?
The cook will take the
And
this
who
thing,
cooks
like,
in it? Who cooks usually?
usually the lady of the home cooks.
Yeah. So lady takes the decision. If
Yes.
the lady is, like today's lady with the mobile in her hand, then it is okay. But if she goes to the vegetable market or the grocery shop, then there is no point in targeting such type of a lady.
Yes.
So understand the target segment whom you want to target here. See, you
Okay.
gave an example of oil. Usually the ladies, they take the decision.
Mm-hmm.
But whether they have that much inclination to go for online shopping,
Yes.
that is the first question. Which category? Working ladies or the non-working housewives?
Right.
Okay, so there are different factors to it. Now, instead of this, if you say, when you said food, okay, if you say something related to the pastries, okay, the segment would be the youngsters, where easily you can promote on the digital media. More stress on the digital media. We don't say that there is a generation gap or something like that, but it depends upon the type of the product also. once you have, or you can develop an app also. Through app, it becomes much more easier. But convincing again a problem. Once the customer likes the quality of the product, then there is no problem. That's why quality is stressed upon.
Yes.
Okay. Now, any other thing? Today we will stop here. Tomorrow morning we have the digital business session. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.